As you know, the Earth is a highly populated place, having over 7.9 billion people living different lives, so it's not so difficult to understand that no one has seen it all. However, you would only believe certain kinds of people exist once you see them with your own eyes. Before you become a doubting Thomas, let us take you through our wonder-filled list. And with that, let's do this. Born without a nose. 5 sense organs are primarily crucial to human existence. Some of these organs are difficult to live without, but there are others that you wouldn't dare to imagine the consequences of their absence. But defying all odds, we find Eli Thompson, a baby born without a nose, due to a rare disease known as congenital arynia. While developing in the womb, the baby showed no signs of this disorder, as scannings had indicated that he had a nose bone, but the results were quite different when he surfaced on the Earth. However, Eli's lack of nose doesn't mean that he has less love from his parents. His mommy even thinks he's cute because of his impairment. How's that? Electron. One painful thing about mortality is that things that make us comfortable in this world can also end lives. An example is electricity, which is something to avoid tampering with if you want to be fried. But to our greatest surprise, there's one man on Earth who doesn't have to worry about electric shocks. Meet Deepak Jagra, the human electricity conductor. He was born with this outstanding ability that makes him invincible to electric shock. He learned about his unique ability at a young age with an accident when he was helping his mom fix her heater. Instead of being shocked, he came out unscathed. Since then, he's tested his body to see how far he could go by trying various voltages. He even climbed an electric pole and touched a high-tension wire with no harm coming to him. It's unclear why Deepak is like this, but we're sure he's not the only one who wishes to be him right now. Old child. Age is a number that comes with aging, but sometimes aging has nothing to do with numbers. This is clear from our encounter with Zara Hartshorn, who was born with a rare condition known as cutis laxa. This health condition causes saggy skin and accelerates aging in strange ways. Because of this, even when Zara was 12 years old, she had the face of a woman in her mid-40s. Left for Zara, her condition would not be a problem, but for the numerous ridicules and the fact that the condition had some effects on her vital organs. She traveled to the US with her mother, sorting for tangible solutions, which she initially got, but lost later due to a lack of proper follow-ups. Today, Zara is learning to accept her condition and love herself just as she is, as she looks forward to helping others with similar issues. Forever Baby YOTI. Can you imagine what it would be like to be stuck with the body of a 5-year-old? Certainly not, but you can ask YOTI, a Central Indian lady who's the shortest woman on Earth. Technically, she stopped growing at 5, so she has the cuteness of a 5-year-old. It was then discovered that YOTI had a rare condition of dwarfism known as mitochondria. Born on the 16th of November 1993, YOTI's body soon brought her a lot of fame quite early, with her first appearance being on Channel 4 with a show called Body Shock. Her exposure to the TV world has slowly made her desirous of becoming an actress. So far, despite her small body size, she isn't doing so badly with her life. Gigantic legs. Every lady would like a little bit more flesh on her legs for the sake of a good figure. But things can get messy sometimes when gigantism is involved, such is the case of Mandy Sellers, a woman born with a gigantic set of legs, weighing about 17 stones. While there are a lot of critics about her leg size, Mandy feels quite comfortable with herself but has to undergo an amputation because her leg size has become life-threatening. However, after her amputation, it was shocking that her legs were still growing. Fortunately, as time passed, doctors announced they had found out what was wrong with her and also worked out some experimental drugs to help her. Now receiving treatment, her legs have shrunk, and we can only hope for more progress. Isaiah Costa. Isaiah Costa is a rapper and a motivational speaker from Phoenix, Arizona. Sounds good, right? But you wouldn't believe that he was born without a jaw. Despite this, Acosta has become a successful rapper and public speaker, using a communication device to create music and share his message of hope and resilience. Acosta's story has been featured in numerous media outlets, including The Today Show, ESPN, and People magazine. He continues to inspire others with his music and message, and exemplifies the power of perseverance and determination. Claudio Vieira de Oliveira. With our heads up straight, we still sometimes feel dizzy. But what if your head was all the way permanently upside down? How would you take it? We're sure it won't be like Claudio Vieira de Oliveira, a Brazilian man born with his head permanently upside down. Claudio's case wasn't one that the doctors had thought he would survive, but to everyone's surprise, he did. A doctor had even advised his parents to starve him to death. Still, they refused to do so, thank God, and their decision paid off, as the young man is now a successful accountant, traveling worldwide to motivate others who have challenging lives just like him. Anthony LOFREDDO. We all have weird thoughts once in a while, wishing to be something other than human beings, but it usually stays in our heads. Only some have the guts to follow such thoughts, but not Anthony LOFREDDO. Anthony had always wanted to look like an alien and went after his dreams, covering his body with tattoos and color. He had also split his tongue. Like that wasn't enough. He colored his eyes green and cut off his ears, nose, and upper lips, becoming the world's weirdest guy. This guy might be living his dreams, but you don't want to encounter him alone at night or in an alley. I don't think so. The One Survivor. If there's a definition of a miracle boy, it's Trace Johnson. Born with very complicated features, no doctors believe the boy would survive. His eyes are far apart, with a split nose and an awkwardly shaped head that puts so much strain on his brain. So far, Trace has undergone numerous surgeries to reshape his head. However, the fact that he's alive is already a miracle, as he's yet the only survivor of this disorder. One-eyed baby. Childbearing is generally a toil that should yield joy, but sometimes the table can be turned. This is the case in an Indonesian woman who gave birth to a cyclops baby, with a feature that overwhelmed even the doctors. The baby girl was born with just one eye planted in the middle of her forehead. She was also lacking a nose. Doctors had tried to save her by giving her an oxygen hose from her mouth, but this didn't work out, as she passed away the same night. Her disorder was suspected of having come from mercury exposure and the rubella virus that could have been gotten from the village mines where her parents worked. The lip patator. Now, there's a reason why we have hair on our bodies, to protect our skin. However, a quantity of hair is not expected from humans, which is what the lip patator has. Lilith was born with an extraordinary amount of hair that covered his entire body. He was suffering from what was known to be werewolf syndrome, for which the doctors had no cure. Of course, his family found no trouble accepting him with love, but society had a different reaction, which led to some kind of discrimination and awkward treatment of the little boy. It might have been challenging, but society is finally warming up to Lilith and his unique personality. The twin bearer. Having a twin brother or sister is desirable, but not all cases of having a twin are fun. An example is Deepak Baswan, a little boy born with someone else's legs protruding out of his belly. This protrusion is said to have belonged to his twin brother, who didn't successfully ultimately develop and wasn't detached from his twin brother. Now Deepak has to carry the remains of his twin brother everywhere he goes to remind him of the unsuccessful battle which made his life difficult, judging from the treatment of exclusion he had received from society. It was good that help arrived in 2015 when a specialist from a hospital in Bangalore found out about Deepak and offered to help him for free. The result of the 4-hour surgery led to the boy's freedom. Just too much. A hard slap on the face is something that nobody wants, probably because of the unpleasant feeling that may result from it. However, there's a type of hand you don't want to have on your face: the hands of Muhammad Kaleem. Muhammad was born with massive hands, resulting from a rare gigantism disorder. Of course, the scary size of his hands had not gone unnoticed by mockers, but Muhammad had remained strong. Help soon came when expert doctors heard of his case and decided to help him for free. From this, it's clear that resilience pays off. A peculiar face. Do you find identical twins adorable? While you might not find these identical twins physically adorable, you might find their story quite exciting and even inspiring. Somewhere in London in 1984, Adam Pearson and his twin brother were born cute and normal, but they had a rare disease known as neurofibromatosis type 1 that surfaced in Adam when he was just 5 years old. They were playing outside when Adam hit his head, and lumps started gradually growing out of his face. Not giving in to his disfigurement, Adam had worked his way to the top, becoming a British actor, presenter, and campaigner for disability rights. In addition to his work in the media, Pearson has also been involved in various disability rights campaigns. His story is indeed an inspiring one. Natalia Villegas. It's one thing to have an accident that causes one to lose a body part, but another thing is to watch one's body part disappear slowly for no reason. Sadly, someone has been enduring this experience since she was 2 years old. Natalia was born with a condition known as idiopathic multicentric osteolysis, a rare condition wherein calcium is gradually absorbed from the bones, weakening it until it gradually disappears. The disappearance started from her hand and leg bones before spreading to the rest of her body. As we speak, she's already lost her carpal and tarsal bones, and her shoulders and elbows are said to be just held by soft tissues around the nerve. Her condition is said to be accurate, with just about 100 cases in the world. Well, we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching to the end. What case did you find most shocking? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and tick that little bell for more amazing content. Until next time, adios.